Ah, you diddling. What am I up to? I don't know if it was early last year, maybe even the year before. I was in my filter house. I've lost the gadget now. Here's that gadget gun, I've just seen it. Okay, so I don't know why I left this in here. It was off that battery operated gun. It's so you don't wash your cars and that. Never used it. Brand new. In that hole there was a little filter. Metal filter in there. I don't know whether you remember back. Like I said, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It fell and landed in here. And also, I've got separate hair stones hanging. Oh, look at that now, look, one of them has gone. On stainless steel hooks. There should be 4. Alright. There was 4. Holding them stones up. Some of the stones for some reason ain't working. Now this one, even though the hook was cable tied on, even though the hook was cable tied on, it fell in there with the, I think it's fell with the stone. It might be the stone that's off that one. Off that one there. So what I'm going to plan now is, I'm flushing this through, I'm going to empty all this back out, all this media, and see if I can, I'm hoping it's stainless steel. I very much doubt it. It's just one of them Japanese jet washers. One way or another, if it's metal I've got to find it because of the rust. And I also want to find the stainless steel clip and just check the bottom of this filter out while it's empty. There's something that I've never understood with my media. If you've been following me for a long time, you'll know it's been in here for a good many years. Look how clean it is. Normally when you PP things, you tend to find that it does bleach everything. You go to my mates and it's like nicotine brown, but my media I never really changed that much colour. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Sorry about the camera there, folks. And what's the chances of that, try and do it so you can see it, that there has jumped up, look, and landed on one cable tie. Look, that's sticking up there and that's landed on there. Now every time I come in here I'll take that off and there's another piece dropped on it. If you tried to throw that on there you'd never get it off. Bit of useless information. It just fascinates me why my media eyebrow. Some of it is a little darker down the bottom. It's mainly it's looking more brown on the camera and I looked it with that. You can see some that's brown but the others some hardly changing colour. Okay, as you can see I've got majority of it out. I found the stainless steel hook. Now you've probably seen this back in the day. These filters behind here, they all completed this neck. I ain't going to get that side because there's still quite a bit of media. I've got a bit of wire on here. Just trying to hold the camera and see if I can show you the amount of crap. All that is full. Just all that media coming out there and you wash the crap. Comes out with it. Look at the chunks of grime there. That is absolutely baked, blocked, full of media behind there, media and bacteria. And then I really like to do about it unless you get this out. Now just cleaning this out now. Put a load of micro media which at the time was supposed to be a good idea, but I've just got my hand down that stainless steel plate there where the grid is for the water to run through, and it was just full of these little ones, so I've been trying to get them out. I'm just unpacking that now. This is full of that little micromedia. I did look and see all the crap now I've disturbed there from there. That water was a bit murky, but not that bad. Look, that's all the shit from behind that you can see it all now, look. Wedged. And look how deep that is. That's fairly deep, that is. That's got to be a good 2 foot. All the way around there, look. To there, full of media. Stagnant media, that is. Media that ain't moving. Unless you could get an airline bent round there to blow them out. I don't know how you get round it. Anyway, I'm going to crack on now because it's been nearly an hour. I've had everything out. I have found the stainless steel hook. I have found that. It's there, but I found that little round disc. Now, if it had been metal, I dropped a magnet in when I first dropped it in, and it did pick it up, so I assumed it was stainless, but the more you think about it, Japanese stuff, of course it being stainless. So I need to try and find that. If it's metal, there'll be a rust spot where it's rotted, I would imagine. And I've got to try and work all around there, because over the period of time it's going to be flopping around. It may even have dropped in that side. Well, it looks like I might have double trouble. I'm just looking down at the fish at the moment. Now, sod's law, I've got the camera out. He's up and swimming about, waiting for food. So, the shower there, it's the only one of Dave's fry that survived. He's been clamped up on the bottom yesterday, and I've just come up here now, debating whether to scrape him, and he's up and swimming about. And as you can see, they're all waiting for some fodder. So hopefully, he may have just been resting. It might be because I've took the cover off and the temperature up and down that much. Yesterday it was red hot, this morning it was freezing cold at football. But thankfully he's up and about now, so let's get some food in. Keep an eye on that shell, as you can see, he's getting closer. Don't seem like there's any telltale signs of heavy mucus. He's up feeding, that's a good sign. Oh, they're going to have a munch down. Scaffold. They've been again today. Same blokes, same thing. I've cleaned the water feeder. The battery reading 1 bar. Found his. I've just pushed this on while I've wiped it over. It's a little cap to stop the water getting it, and that as I've moved it, just popped that back off again. And you can see that pin in there's a little bit rusty. So I've got some electric cleaner, so I'm going to clean that up and get this on charge. Not bad, eh? Ah, scrag. Twat. No need for the electric chatting bubbles. No need for the electric cleaner. What I've used, the old Parkside Dremel. Other Dremels are available. Well, they're Dremel really, haven't they? Dremel was the original. That's a copy. 3-year warranty. Warranty just run out. The bearing's gone. It's cream cracked. So I've got the little brush, brass, not steel, because the steel will go inside the little fibres and rust. And we don't want that, do we? Showing you how to suck eggs here. Only done it by hand. A few turns in there. See it's coming there, it's lovely and clean in there, look. See it's coming there, it's lovely and clean in there, look. I'm going to get the charger on now, get it charged. Blow the hole out, get any dust out. And being as well that's been there quite a few months, I'll get that up, get it a bit of a wipe. Probably wondering what that is. You look at my old videos, these feeders are the best feeders you can buy because they spread the food over your pool. Better on a big pool really, or a lake. Because mine's a small one, without that on, it throws it all over the garden. Putting that on, it keeps it in the pond, but spread it so the fish are jumping over each other to feed. Just trying to turn it around so I can have a look at the clock. Sorry about the camera work, as you can see there the battery's on 1% and the clock's still working, look. I'll go check I don't know how they do it on the phone, I know you can do more than one task, but I'll go do it. I'm going to get this on charge now anyway, get it set up, get some food in it. Back again, charging up, just check me phone, that's 1 hour out. I'm happy to leave that as it is. Lovely chobbly, leave the settings as there was. Let that charge up now, get that set up, hopefully later today. I might put the lottery on more things I'm giving, okay? What do you reckon? Have a party. Get Mad Dog to do the barbecue. Let that charge up, like I says. If I find anything else, I'll bring it back to you. Make yourself a cup of tea. It's all going on. Feeder's all nice and clean. Not much to do to it really. Fully charged. If you remember back on my older videos, when I filled that hopper up, when I got up the pond was full of food. I'm sure that was on, not 100% sure. I think that was on 2 feeds, so I'm just putting that little bit in. It did go off once while I was charging it up. So my theory is just put that bit in. If it empties that bit, it won't be too bad because I'm sure these here. I'm waiting for it already, look. Yeah, go on. Straight on it, look. Wait and see what happens tomorrow. Sunbathing. They can pick it up, the amount of crap that's on top of the water. This wind we're having. Stop that lid stays on. All down there looking for food, look. You see the crap all over the top of the water, look at that. Times like that, you know, see remnants of food just over the edge of the pool there, so I want to just give them a couple of cupfuls. There's a little bit floating, that might want to just put in. Lovely jobbly, check it tomorrow and see if the feeder's working. Still up. What I've been up to, don't really yet tell. Get it a bit of a lick of paint. I've been able to do that wood there because I overlapped it with that there, and I've got this greenhouse in the way, and I couldn't be asked to move all that. But I've had another disaster. Surprise, surprise. Come into Mason's tank yesterday. One day I've missed coming in here. That's because I've been spending time in Mason. So I just had a day off and I never come in here at all. The day before I was out here all day painting, moving stuff so I could paint it. So I come into the garden, no flow. That was just about trickling in. Straight away I knew there was a fish inside there. You see that black shadow there? That's that foam filter. Now I put that in front of that hole to stop any fish going in, and I thought these fish now was all too big to be stupid enough to put the red in there. I was in a beautiful cloaca. That's another one I've lost. I don't know. Anyway, let's flick around and show Dotty. The water temperature's dropped down to 11.9. As you can see, he's swimming about. Looking from here looks a little bit better. The swelling ain't there no more. It's that was like that the other day. The main pond is Mason pond is. You can see that 13. You know they've been sucking at the temperature thing on there. Look, we pulled it round again. The main one's 13.9. I don't think the heater's coming on now. The temperature change again in the weather. You can tell with it. I've got my audio. Just check the dates. What I've got on there. The 30th. What we're on today. The 4th. Yeah, you're going to show you what I'm going to do. What I'll do is I'll show you. I'll get my centre pod set up and we'll have a look at it. And just see what it's runs and like. I'll get my sun gloves on because that water's obviously cold. And we'll have a look, see his skin, see what his skin's turned out like. What I've decided to do is I've drained both tanks because I'm both doing water change today. So I thought I'd drain this water too so we've got fresh water, then I'll put the anti-parasite stuff in. I'm going to use the bacteria stuff. Sorry about the camera there. What I'm trying to do is get me the pan net. Just to see. I've got the stuff here ready to treat it. See if we can see what's going on. I'll be honest, now there's less water in. It's looking a little bit more flavour. Looking at the scene on there, don't I? Oh, God, look at it. Very, very pink. Very pink. The one side, there's only a little blemish on the one side anyway. Sorry about the camera work, obviously I've got to try and treat it as quick as I can. It's really hard to catch that on camera. Yeah, it's got a bit redness around his mouth as well now. I'll put him back in there a little bit. That's the room cleaned up put on. That could be the temperature drop. I'll really go now. I don't think I'm going to put the treatment in the water. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to treat it with this antibacterial spray. Shouting a little bit. You see in a minute. Put that rub into your skin. It's going to be some fresh water. I don't think the cold water is open that fresh at all. They really do very well. We're going to get the temperature to 20 degrees. This is one of the main reasons why when I've got a fish like this I cull them. Because obviously that fish is suffering at the moment. But time will tell, see if it gets better. Awful. It ain't bulging like it was, the scales are still raised. I don't know if it's the stress that's making it as red and sore as it is. It's got a little blemish here that you can remember I had it. I've only got a blemish here, the side of its mouth as well now. I'll just keep an eye on it there for a few more days. Topping up the fresh water, that might help him. With that antibacterial, plus that malachite I'm putting in, might be a bit of a reaction to that, so I'm just going to top him up there with fresh water. I've drained these there and I'll top them up with fresh water. All I do then is just keep an eye on them. I believe one day, absolutely crazy. Cow back on. Feels like it's getting warmer. The scaffolders come to take it down again yesterday. Still ain't been done. Main pond's looking okay. Fish them all good. I charged that up. That's up and running. Feeding them lovely. Another check on Dotty. Last treatment, you see me spray him on his side. I don't put the treatment in the water. Don't know whether that was causing a bit of a mixture. The last video he got redness in his mouth, quite red all over. So we decided salt was the way to go. So I'll just spray that stuff on his wound and put salt in. Try and set it up on the centre pod now. We're using that again, so we are handballing him. And see if we can have a look, see how he looks today. Put these on. I've got my two. The cleaner and the antibacterial with it. See what we can do with this little fella. thing with me on catching him on there. Looking pink all over. The redness round his mouth is gone. I didn't pick him up. I didn't pick out at all. Oh, it's going open. That one side there now is just a small scarlet, just one scale, and that's looking better. Obviously stressed out and very pink, which these fish normally tend to do. Get this side. Still a little bit of a flaring on his fins, but you can see that's going down lovely, that is. I was a bit concerned last time when the redness in his mouth. That's gone. That's back to white. I can go a little bit. Get lots of that dark out the water. You can see him there how red he is, really bad. Just a little blemish of red under the mouth, not a lot, not as bad as last time. And a little bit that side, so he has still got the reddish around the mouth. Oh, yeah. Trying to have a good cycle like last time. Give him that net a little bit just to get him to help him breathe a little bit better. There is some improvement. Like I said, the stress with this one in here, the temperature now has dropped 9.6. So the temperature changing so fast. To the changing weather we're having here is ridiculous. I've got the heater on. That was 14 degrees 2 days ago. That's down to 13.2 and that's got a heater on it, that is. Whether it's actually on now. You have to see the light on the heater, it's actually on at the moment. These are just similar by the side. Now there's a good water change today. I'm going to try and drain quite a bit of water out of here. While that's topping up, I want to clean the green filter out on the big pond because the flow down look good coming out the pipe again. But I've put some of that anti-algae. Sorry about the camera work, I've just knocked my bottles over. Oh, I've got a phone call coming in, so I'll catch you in a bit. You just had a little swim round because I've come in to film now. He stopped. I have been putting a little bit of food in for him. and he has been eating only a little bit just to keep his strength up. Just salt and spraying that wound. See what that's look. I'm happy with the way he's coming on. Just looking at these greedy buggers in there. If anybody's interested in them, let me know. Obviously you'll have to come down and collect them. The camera will justify the size of them. I'll try and get them all out and measure them up and do an individual video. If anybody's interested in anything. Now Phil from Albury, the guy I helped last year, one of the subscribers, he's interested in one. But I let him go yet because the temperature's up and down. My pond out there, you know, I struggle with that with the cold. That's only on 9 anyway, that is 9 point something. Do my water changes, do my filter. No good at showing that, I've seen it all before. When I've got some of the show you, I'll come back to you. Look how well this filter's working. Because I have put some bags of stuff to break the green algae down. You see that with the friction? Look at that, how thick black crap in there. And the sponges, look, everything's working well. Got the old faithful jet gun out. Just going to flush this through now. Oh, working a treat. Main technology. Talking to Yorkie's guy. He told me about these cameras he's used on his pond. I've said before, you've got to keep the cable powered in. You've seen me fit that in. I've just noticed that rubber's come out. And the idea of that is, and I've said this before in a video, I have got 2 taps on that. One on this pipe and one on the before the 3-stage filter. When you put them on, it sprays fast, and I can't control either one any good. That's why there's 2. I tried the one, couldn't do it, tried the other one, still couldn't do it. So them both left open. Now what I had to do is go all the way down there, turn the tap on, all the way back up here, backwards and forwards, so I get that how I want it. And I've just tried recording on the camera and explain. On the camera it's chuffing now, but I thought it was the camera. You look at some of the lights and clocks and stuff, you'll see them flicker, and I thought it was something to do with the camera. Obviously there must be air in the system somewhere, but that was the whole idea of that camera. And it has worked. It was just like seeing it chuffing, I thought it was the camera, so I've just come up and checked it. So I'll leave that to run in there now. It's alright as it is. So a little bit of useless information, that was all it. By the way, get over to my mate Dave, Black Country Koi Blow Dave. Subscribe to him, like his videos, share his videos. He just had his spawning, cracking video. Get over there and watch it, really good. And if you want any fry, get in touch with Dave and go and sort yourself out a lucky dipper fry. And there we are then. I have showed you this before just to show that I have one off for the camera. That's the pipe for my pond, sorry. So I'm just bleach that through now, swirl that through, I'll empty that out. And I've got to be honest with you, that jet wash there, you see a load of them. There's one that's come out now, you don't need a battery or nothing, you plug it on your house pipe and you get a super jet. I've bought a few of them in the past, they've been crap. But this for the battery, you want to jet wash your car, I reckon that'd be a good tool, that. Team special look. The only downside with these, the only fault is when you're trying to put it away, you've only got to touch this, catch that, and it keeps. There should be like a button to press or a click button, if you get me gist. But then like a micro switch, as soon as you touch it, it activates it. So when you're trying to put it away or get it out of the pool, you keep pulling it and spraying wet everywhere. That's the only downside about it. Apart from that, it's the bee's knees. I'm going to tip that out now, put clean water in, flush clean water through it. I've done the green filter now. I'm going to check the other filter, because now I've got that stuff in, it breaks the green down. Why am I showing you the bucket? As you know, when you put stuff in your water to break down the algae, it clogs your filters up quicker. So I'm just going to check the Nexus and see if that needs doing. Hopefully not. I might not leave that a few days to get that one up and running again. Up and running again. And then get on to masons. I've already got the house pipe set up for masons. I'm going to give that a good drain, clean the filter out this time and top that up. So much been playing on my mind since I lost that fish down that pipe. Just flick it around, look at this here, an A-horse in aeroplane. Can't believe how low these can get it. Unbelievable. Take it again. Oops, sorry about the handwork. Camera work. Still amazes me how they keep up in the air. As you all know, I fitted that on there so that goes inside the outlet on the IBC tank. Now I don't know how to get a measurement of that. I could have asked somebody who's got one, I suppose. That pipe fits in and it wobbles around a little bit. So I've got a box of odds here. Yeah, I can zoom now. Right. So I've got loads of bits. That's the original fit off the outside of it. All odds and sods like most people. And I've got a couple of bits in bleach. When you remember, if you remember, when I had Mason's triangle tank in the living room, we had some frying there. I'll try and watch this now. I've got my watch on. Oh, I can't do that way neither. Let me just take my watch off and I'll get back to you. Hello, you missed me. In bleach as always. I think this was a tablet bottle or something like that. Multivitamin bottle. Only used that in Mason's tank. I've just put a few more holes in the bottom of that now. Now the problem I've got is the hole on the tank is right at the very bottom. So you can't have nothing lower. It literally is flush with the bottom of it, and then there's a little channel where all the crap can go down and go into the hole. So that's what I've got now. This here fits inside, but it's airtight fit really. So what my intention am now, like I say, I've got it soaking in bleach. So I'm trying to do it with one hand. So I'm here again, so I'm going to fit that inside that, which is a nice tight fit, but that way around. That then will slide inside the RBC tank in the bottom, hopefully. Then them holes there should be big enough to suck all the crap out. And as you can see, there's only that little lip there. And the chance of it might just lift just slightly like that for it to fit. The only trouble is now is getting that in the tank. At the moment I've got the tank still filling up. Just giving that a bit of a wash. Soaking bleach. Get that off my hands. I've got the main pond filling up. Well, topping up I should say. Just kept the water out of the sponges, out of Mason's, tanking that for the flowers. Keep looking out for one of them water butts. It's having somewhere to put it because I've got stuff everywhere because that sodding scaffolding in my timbers, I still ain't been able to put them out. They've got to go behind there, them have, or behind Mason's shed. I just can't get access to it because of the scaffold. I'm doing okay, that's just topping up now, that is. I'm looking great, the water's gone cloudy with the food. Drives you insane, don't it? You can see everything's all over the place. I'm just tidying up now. They just have a little swim around again, which is nice. I put a couple of little worms in there, then I've gone. So he's been up in his head then. There's him chopping up. Right, I don't know if it's because it's inside, but there's a right smell off the water. But it's fish waste. I've looked for my rag to draw my hand. I'm just going to tidy up now, put everything away. Because I'm using the black tank for dotty. I've got to get the other blue tank out, that's full of stuff I eat, so I've got to empty all that out to use that, clean all that out, dry that out, put everything back. So I'm just tidying up there, so I'll get back to you in a bit. Camera might wobble about a bit, it's got a bit of a breeze in the garden. We'll try to put that inside the IBC tank. That might be too tight, and try and get it in there freehand. I'm going to have to try and drop it in with its own weight. So rather than create a problem with that, trying to get it in a dowel fit. That end should go in nicely. Should get it in fine, isn't it? I'm hoping that now the filter will work properly, because I've got that sponge filter in front of the outlet, so where the water's going out, so if I say, oh, that's the bottom of the tank, the water flows through there, obviously sucks into the filter. I've got that sponge filter in front of it like that to stop the fish going in, so that really is sucking a lot of the crap as much as it should. So that might be one of the problems, the filtration ain't working properly. So I'm hoping now with that in, I can move the sponge away and it'll do what it's supposed to do. And I'm hoping to some of them fry off our day. That's a bit of me off, so after I keep slagging him off on YouTube. He knows I love him to bits. Pete, him a twat. The thing is now, that's got to sit flush. There's a little lip there, and that's even deeper. I'm just hoping it'll wedge in at a slight angle like that and keep that tighty. I don't know how far that'll do in, it might only do about that far. I've got to mess about with that now, try and get, I call film that, because trying to hold the camera and drop that in the tank. A little bit of weight to that, just hope it does the job. If it does, I'll get back to it. If it does, I'll get back to it anyway. Need a bra. See if I can show you what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I've turned the water off, just to sort of observe it a little bit more. The only thing I've got to use is this. I'll move that sponge out of the way, obviously the water's cloudy, so you can't even see. Oh, that's sunk, that's good. I expected it to float. The water's that cloudy. I've lost it now. Oh, there we go, I'll just move it. I thought that had gone in there, just I'm looking about this a bit. I can't see it. I'll put this, I've got that back there in the way where I need it. Water's trickling in there where I need to see it. And I've also got the air stowing on this, which is, that's what I've got in front of the hole to stop it, stop the fish going in it. Obviously everything's disturbing the water, so of course that is so close, that is. Oh my god, I don't believe that, that's gone in. That has gone in. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that that's gone in quite easy, that. Right, 10 tight. That hole's obviously bigger than what I thought. That's gone in lovely. What I've done now is I've put the sponge in front of that tube. You'll soon see that. Oh dear, thank you, look at your fish. The only problem is it's not a tight fit, it's just virtually plonky. I'm just hoping the suction will actually suck that bottle, keep the suction, keep it in there. I'm trying to move the sponge away because the fish swim about and tend to knock things. I don't think that's how it comes out, and of course with the flow of it, bring it out this way, because obviously it's sucking that direction. Also I set another water camera up and got the water camera down, and I have to charge it up first. You can see the colour of the water, because that's fading out through the fluid. Anybody mean it? Twice a day at the machine and I'll give them mealworm or cereal. But I don't do that every day. Keep it on that and see what happens with that then. So I'll just go to somebody walking down the garden. Catch you in a bit. Oh dear. Just trying to get and do a few things around the garden. And I've just noticed my chag there. On his left hand side, the side of his head, he's knocked his head after food, look. Got a little sore on the side of his head. Shit the bed. I know he's got an habit of keep going under that pipe work there. Let me zoom back out. He goes around the pipe work there for the food. So I have to keep an eye on him. They've only seen me on the bridge, look them after food. These are the days that I enjoy, and as you know, if you follow me, I don't get many of them days. And I've just noticed as well now, oh god, why have I bothered looking? I'm just going to get salt and throw salt in, that's all I'm going to do. Where's he gone? The white in there on his back, on his right side, look. That's a sore coming on him. Where's he gone? Need his. Nothing major, but someone's got to keep me eye on. I'm just going to get the remainder of my salt. I'm going to throw that in there. Something else that I need to be doing today. keeping koi.